Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, I've been seeing quite a few articles about 50 Cent and the controversial remarks that he made about black women and so called exotic women. And I just want to bring that discussion to YouTube. And I'm really interested in hearing what you all think about this particular topic. So on Complex, they posted this article about 50 Cent, and the article is entitled 50 Cent Doubles Down on Exotic Women Remarks Following Backlash. What I said is true. That was 50 Cent's remark to all this controversy. So 50 Cent appeared on Lil Wayne's program, Young Money Radio, and 50 Cent said this. He said, they get mad, they get angry. You see a lot of sisters go, you fuck with this kind of girl and that kind of girl. And then 50 Cent further said, that shit is exotic. That shit look a lot different than the shit you see in the neighborhood all the time. That shit looked like it came off a boat. And in response to those remarks, you had Lil Wayne just cracking up. He thought this was so hilarious and so amusing that he was just laughing his head off when 50 Cent made these remarks. Now, of course, a lot of people came out against 50 Cent for making these remarks. You had a lot of people making statements on Twitter and other social media. And in response to all this controversy, 50 Cent basically said, what I said is true. Now picture me unaffected, unapologetic, and unavailable for any other comments. And of course, there have been responses. Even Lil Wayne's daughter said, I'm black, I'm beautiful, I'm enough, I'm exotic, I'm amazing, I'm one of a motherfucking kind. Now, where's my black queens at? Where are my black queens at? That's basically what she said. Where are my black queens at? And then you also had Vivica Fox chime in on this topic as well, talking about how 50 Cent likes women that don't challenge him. And as you all probably know, Vivica Fox dated 50 Cent years ago. And every now and then she makes comments about 50 Cent. Um, and in response, 50 Cent said, Vivica still in love with me. I dated her for 4 months 7 years ago, and she's still angry with me. And then, he goes on further. And 50 Cent's own girlfriend, and her name is Cuban Link, took to social media to say that she already knocked him upside his big ass head for what he said. Uh, so I just want to share my quick thoughts about this whole situation, about these comments and everything. The first thing I'll say is that he's promoting a lot of negative stereotypes about black women being jealous and being resentful and angry and hostile and all that kind of stuff and having attitude problems. We know that that's a popular stereotype of black women. We see it in all these movies where they had a black woman with an attitude, a loud mouth, and all that kind of stuff going off. And that's the kind of image that 50 Cent is promoting with these statements that he's making about black women being so upset. In fact, I think a lot of black women really couldn't care less about who 50 Cent decides to be with and stuff like that. I doubt that a lot of them would even be concerned about this at all. Um, the other thing is that he is suggesting that black women are less attractive than other types of women. Even though he's dating a black woman, this woman that he's with now, and he's dated black women, um, this woman he's with now looks like she's black. I assume that she's black. She's a lighter skinned black woman, but she's still black. But his comments suggest that somehow black women in the neighborhood are less attractive than quote unquote exotic women. And so let's go into the definition of exotic. According to Webster's dictionary, it says introduced from another country, not native to the place where found. It says foreign, alien, strikingly, excitingly, or mysteriously different or unusual And then it goes on to say of or relating to a striptease. So exotic has to do with something that's foreign, something that's not in, its proper place somewhere, in some foreign land, or something that's alien. So to me, that suggests that this man places more value in that which looks like it is foreign or other than that which is normal to him, or that which is normal in the black community. So for him, he finds beauty in something that's outside of the very communities that he comes from, the very people that he comes from. And exotic can mean a wide range of things. You could say, well, there are different types of black women, that are exotic. Some black women from other places, you could say that's an exotic woman. But I think that just based on, a lot of his track record, in terms of the light skinned women and all that kind of stuff, it seems like what this man means by exotic is something other than the typical or normal black woman, something other than that. Somehow there's value in something being other than what we view as traditionally black. And I just think that this is just another sign of disrespect towards women. And we know that this is nothing new when it comes to hip hop music and just hip hop artists in general. A lot of times, they say derogatory things about women, black women in particular, calling them bitches, hoes, and all that kind of stuff. And we know that that's nothing new for 50, somebody like a 50 Cent. And we know that a lot of times these artists do these videos, and all the women that they feature for the most part in these videos are light skinned. And even some of these, people that are quote unquote conscious, they're like your man Kendrick Lamar, like he has videos promoting positive images of black women, dark skinned women in particular, but when it comes to his own real life, he's dating a lighter woman, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that there is a real issue here. And, I think that this notion that you can't find beauty in the hood, or, there's no quote unquote exotic women in the hood, the so-called hood or neighborhood, is ridiculous. I think that black women are the most beautiful women on the planet. There's great variety among black women. You have black women of all different shades, all different sizes and shapes and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of variety. So, this notion that you have nothing but sameness in the so-called hood, a lack of choices, a lack of quote unquote exoticness, is just absurd to me. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you all think. What do you think about 50 Cent's remarks? Do you think it's just his business who he decides to date? Uh, do you think this is even something worthy of talking about? So tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content on here. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a great day.